With all of this go-to-market advice in mind, I wanted to go back to an earlier part of our conversation about people. Alastair repeatedly mentioned that in most startup settings, the people who got you here are not necessarily the same people who are going to get you where you want to go next. And admitting that to yourself and to your company is an important part of getting past the walls and stalls of growth.
Yeah, you're always hiring for the next phase of growth. I tend to think in terms of tranches of 10 to 15 million in scale. So that's a good way of the tranche of, growth to think of those people. So for instance, if I'm at $20 million wanting to go to 50, the people I want to hire are the people who are working at companies that are probably around $100 million.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
I don't want to hire the buddy that has done the same thing I've done.
Right. Yeah.
Right. And that's where it gets a little comfortable, because it's often a little bit out of network for people. They have to invest that time, but you're always trying to get, and then you're going to incentivize those people to come back because in most cases, equity, some dollars, some upside, and they've gone through the growth side, right? So then they can bring their network and so forth. So I know it seems like that's a very simple idea, but again, most of us aren't very disciplined about hiring people that are on that next tier. Or would they do the opposite? Instead of going at 20 million to the folks that are at the 100 million, they jump straight to the billions.
Yeah.
Right? Like I give them because these people are massively experienced.
Right.
And where that goes wrong is, I call it the, most of our business cards are digital these days, but it's the business card issue. And so what do I mean by that? A lot of people, when they work at big companies, they get lulled into assessing their own success and contribution based upon all the access they have, all the success they're having, without the realization that when I have, one of the top tech companies' logos on my business card, a lot of people are going to talk to you. Mm-hmm. They may not like it, but they do because they kind of have to.
Yeah.
And then they come from there and they come to the, a lesser known brand company. And suddenly they go, well, hold on, why don't these people want to talk to me anymore? Why don't my fellow engineers want to come with me? Why don't my fellow salespeople want to talk anymore? Or the clients here don't want to talk. And it's because they didn't realize that the brand they were at gave them massive equity and success in terms of what they did. And I'm not saying that's universally true. There's always exceptions. But just for anybody that's hiring that way, don't hire too far ahead of the curve. Hire the next phase and then continuously build in that way.